Weddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's hashtag Anime Nerdigan review is going to be for Fukumenkei Noise, aka Anonymous Noise, Season 1, Episode 2, titled God, I Pray That Alice's Love Will Never Be Realized. And before I get into this review, I'm going to just briefly go over how I do my reviews, because they're a little bit different than your average anime tuber reviews. So basically, how I do my reviews is while I'm watching the anime episode, I have the corresponding manga chapter up, and I basically will call out anything that is different than the manga chapter, because hell, it's supposed to be a manga to anime adaptation. The only thing that I won't call out really is word changes, because otherwise we'd be here for an hour. We really would, unless the context of the dialogue in the anime is completely different from what the manga intended. Anyway, let's get to this review. So, this episode is what last episode should have been. I'm so fucking mad that you did the back. I don't understand why this anime did the background story, which is basically the start of chapter 1. I don't understand why you did your background story in episode 2 when it really should have been episode 1. And I know one of my nerdigans in the comment section said that just some animes do their, their background stories in the next episode. But for me, and I said it, I replied to this nerdigan with this, is that this backstory is what got me into this manga, and that's why I got kind of pissed off. And at least we're getting this backstory, and I, when I saw that we were getting the backstory, I was like really, really excited, and I was hoping we were going to get it right. And did we get it right? No! Of course we didn't get it right. And they cut out so much shit. And I have to okay, let me just get to how it's in the manga. So basically in the manga, it goes Nino calls Momo-kan, and Momo says Nino-chan, and then then Nino says, let's sing. And what Nino says when mom and dad argue, on nights when I can't sleep, I sing together with Momo-kan, who lives next door. And then the lyrics that are in here are shining very brightly, flashing, 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 shining very brightly. The sky is the sky's full of tiny stars everywhere. What did we get in this anime? What did we get? Well, Nino said that when, she can't sleep, even when she has warm milk, and she can't, and even when she's counting sheep and she can't sleep, she sings with Momo, and, they're singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and I'm just like, this is not what was in here. Granted, the singing is really cute, but they're really adorable, I'm not gonna lie. And then it goes on to say here, well, hold on, before I get into this, I gotta say here, I just feel like when they did that, by not, or, you know what, let me finish what it says here in the manga, and then I'll get to my problem with this. When Nino's parents come in and say, Nino, you'll disturb the neighbors like this. Quiet down. And then that's what Nino. And then that was what Nino's dad said. And then Nino's mom said, "Say, this child falls asleep in such weird positions. Jeez, snore." And we don't even get to see Nino fall asleep, which I thought was not fair. Then it goes on to say, if I do that, I sleep very well, and mom and dad also make up. I feel like by not doing that in the anime, it feels like it loses a lot of meaning, because in the manga, you'll see, hopefully they don't take away the meaning or take away Momo's problems, because I'm going to spoil it a little bit. Sorry, I have to spoil it. Because what happens is, and this is partially why Momo has to move away, or actually this is why Momo has to move away, is because Momo's mother goes into a lot of debt and basically forecloses, and Momo has to is composing music for this record company to pay off his mother's debts. And it shows this common bond between Momo and Nino, where, you know, they both have family problems, and it just is kind of frustrating. And hell, even Yuzu has family problems. If you think about it too, if you've read the manga, you know what I'm talking about. When you read a little bit further in the manga, you know what I'm talking about with Yuzu's mom. Yuzu's mom is just really is a total bitch too. And then it continues on here, you know, with them singing flashing, flashing, shining very brightly, and, you know, they're holding their we don't hold on a second, let me just double check something in my notes here just to make sure I'm right here. Another thing is we don't see them, we see, you know, Momo and Nino holding hands while they're singing, but in the anime, which, you know, they do in the manga. But the thing is in the manga, you know, Momo and Nino are holding hands with their mothers, and Nino's mother says, "You two little creatures really have loud voices, though Momo, you really can't sing any worse. Who did you get this from?" And then there's a little dialogue here where Nino says, "Momo-kan, I'm hungry, even though you just ate breakfast, silly willy nilly Nino." And basically in the translation note, it says, he plays a pun on Nino's name by swapping Nanoni to Nanino and playing with all the N sounds. I'm just like thinking to myself, and this is actually, you know what, I gotta say this. This is why I said last week why I wanted last episode to just be this background story, because there's all this really cute content. And I feel like they're just cutting all this really cute content, and it's not fair. It ain't fair. And Momo, of course, Nino's like, eh? And Momo's like, that was a pun just now. You can laugh. And then Nino's like, Momo-kan, let's keep on singing. And Momo's like, Nino-chan, you aren't really listening to me, are you? And that's kind of, to me, that's kind of important, because that's just something that, you know, Nino does and still does. But something that, you know, I'm at least grateful for is that we still have Nino's, you know, narration. It's better than not having it, and at least that's still there. But again, we don't have the dialogue. We only have the narration. But again, this is the other dialogue that's skipped. We do get to see them play piano. But what Momo says to Nino is, when they're playing piano, is, don't you feel all light and fluffy when we're singing, Nino-chan? It's just like being in a dreamland, Momo-chan. And then it goes into the opening song. Like, I wish it would have done. I like that after the opening song, though, it goes into when they're, you know, about to go into second grade. Like, I would have been totally fine with that. Like, if they would have included everything here. Because everything that's happening in this backstory ends up coming back, like, in little ways throughout the manga. I'm sorry, and by the way, I am sorry. This video is going to be very, very long, and it's going to end up being a rant. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a rant. Oh yeah, before I forget, like, even when, you know, they're saying that, like, right after the opening song, and they're opening the window, they don't even say, Momo, Nino, and it's like, that's their shtick. Like, they're supposed to do that, and you don't have to do that. You just have to go straight to the dialogue. It's like, but Nino's supposed to go Momo, and Momo's supposed to go Nino. It's like, motherfucker, stop ruining it. Okay, so, like, I'm glad that Momo did mention that his parents were fighting, but the thing that they screwed up in this scene was Nino said, well, in the anime, Nino said, "Let's sing," but Nino said in the manga, she said, "Hey Momo, let's sing this song we learned at piano class," and then, but Momo did say, "Listen when people are talking." He did say that in the anime, and then Nino continued to sing, and then but there was no Nino be quiet, annoying Nino be quiet. Like I was like, where the fuck was that? I mean, come on. But at least we still have the I'm glad we still get the the narration. Like, I'm glad, because you know how some anime is just is bipolar on the narration? This anime has not been bipolar on that. And I'm very, very happy on that. That's like the one thing that this anime has made me happy on. But they're still doing like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and the lyrics are just like completely different than what is written in at least my manga translation. So it's kind of frustrating me a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little. In the scene where, Momo mentions the pun about the divorce, I kind of wish he would have spelt it out a little bit. But what the pun is, basically, you see what it is. I'm going to read it for you. You see, Rico would be getting a recon. I want to see if I have the translation note here. If there's a translation, no, hold on a second. Basically, it's another pun. What it is it's another pun involving Momo's mom's name, Rico, and recon means divorce in Japanese. So I kind of wish they would have had that in the anime, because I don't think people know. I don't think the audience, unless you read the manga, I don't think you understand that pun at all. So the little confrontation here was cut. Hold on a second. With the little baldy kid. But it was good. It actually with when Momo said, up until when Momo said, "You're so jealous, it's unbecoming," and when the kid said he said he didn't say Sakaki, you little bastard, like I really wanted him to. Oh my god. Shit, what was it? He called him, and then Momo called him a baldy, and he said, "What did you say?" And then Momo said, "Let's run to the Goku Rakuji station, Nino." And we didn't get that line. That line was cut, and I don't like it when the line is cut. But something I want to mention though, that again, it's kind of frustrating, but I'm glad we are at least getting the family problems with Momo are getting mentioned, but I don't like that we're not getting the family problems with Nino. I don't like that those problems are not getting mentioned at all. I think that's kind of sad. But, and also Nino, there's no Nino's supposed to be thinking baldy and blushing, but no, she doesn't think that. And stop being bipolar, anime. Meh. I kind of don't know how to feel about the extra content we got with with Momo defending Nino singing. I kind of am annoyed by it, because it's like I would rather have what was in the manga, because I would rather have I would rather see the problems that Nino was the shit with Nino's parents more in that content and shit, and see the dialogue with Nino and Momo when they're when they're playing piano or that kind of shit. But I don't mind the dialogue. Like, I just want the actual fucking I just want what's in the manga. That's all I want. I just want what's in the manga. Because that's what I fell in love with. I don't want all this other content because, like, I don't want too much filler because we still haven't gotten to the to when, you know, Momo gets all depressed and when Momo meets Yuzu. Like, we haven't gotten to that yet. So, like, I'm just like thinking, why are you adding all of this stuff that doesn't need to be here yet? Plus, again, I kind of wish they would have shown Momo's mother sooner. Fuck, I kind of wish you would have shown, again, not Momo, yeah, hell, Momo's mother and Nino's mother, because we're gonna see them again. We're gonna see Nino's mother soon, and we're gonna see Momo's mother later on in the manga. So it's just like, it just bothers me. I really don't like how they're doing this. But for the most part, like, when it comes to, like, the order of events that's happening right now, it's really good. It's just I don't like how they cut out a lot of content from the first part of this backstory. It's very, very frustrating. Something that was cut, and I'm really annoyed because this anime was doing so well with inner monologue and narration and shit, with Nino's inner monologue and narration and shit. You cut out, like, the most important fucking part. Like, one of the most important fucking parts of the backstory was when Nino said this: Momo, it happened just like that. It started to smoke and smolder. The name of this emotion was still not known to us at that time. And then, you know, she's thinking, can't sleep. And then, you know, she says, Nino. And I'm just like thinking, why did you not have that? You had the other inner monologues, but you did not have the one where Nino realizes that she's basically in love with Momo. I don't understand that shit at all. Oh my gosh, I don't get it. Also, Nino found out about Momo moving away, like, not after school. She found out about it, like, I think she found out about it in the morning or something. She found out about it, it looks like at night. Yeah, it looks like it's at night because she's still in her PJs and she's yelling for Momo. Yeah, it's at night. She's in her PJs, her hair is down, and yeah, she found out then. And I'm just like thinking, anime, you're really doing this? But I really love, I will say this, I really love how Nino's mom looks in the anime. She looks really, really pretty. But yeah, Nino's supposed to be wearing PJs right now. Like, after, you know, when she's like, when will you come back, Momo? Like, something that was cut, like, was, this is how it was done. I want to read this thing. This was, you know, the dialogue was, for the most part, was correct between Momo and, or not Momo, shit, Nino and her mom. It's just, it was the wrong time of day. It was supposed to be done at night. And also, Momo, is it true? When are you coming back? Momo, not today. Not today either. Maybe tomorrow, right? Hey, Momo, 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 Momo. And then she starts crying. Nino, Juan, Nino. And then she starts thinking about Momo, you know, the times, you know, she flashes back. She does a flashback. There's like a flashback of them, and, you know, there's the let's sing together, and then it's Momo. And then you see then you see her with the mask for the first time. You know, I didn't like the street crossing scene. I did not like that. I thought that was fucking stupid. The rest of it, like, that scene to me should have been cut. That scene should have been cut out. Like, the rest of it was perfect. like, she was supposed to just be basically staring out her window the whole time. She wasn't even supposed to be outside walking. She wasn't. If you look at the manga, she's just basically, it's just supposed to be like, her looking out her, Nino just looking out her window in, different sets of PJs, like in different night, like different, nights. And I wish it would have been like that. Fuck, if the animation would have been freaking easy for that, and I wish they would have done that and like have this really sad music for it. It would have been nice, but nope, you had to do this bullshit scene, and I did not like it. I did not like that scene at all. I really, really didn't. This part of freaking Nino's inner monologue was skipped, which was actually, it's just because once I take off the mask, I feel like I will scream out loud, which is kind of important. But something else I want to mention too is when Nino is, screaming for Momo and shit, and this is after Momo has moved away. She's not in pigtails like she is in the anime. Her hair is down, and that's really starting to annoy me, that you have her in the wrong outfits, which again is PJs, and in pigtails, which she's not. Her hair is completely down. But that scene, and yeah, you skip that inner monologue. And also this line was cut as well. Hey, you guys, after, Nino pushed that girl down, Nino said sorry, but she said, hey, you guys, what happened here? Hey, Arisugawa. And she said, shut up. And then she said, and then, she was thinking, where did, Sakakai move to? I also want to know that. Momo, where are you? But the suffocation is correct. But then, oh my god, then there's my little baby. There's my little Yuzo. There's Yuzo. I love Yuzo. Little Yuzo is so goddamn cute. Oh, he's so cute. I love Yuzo. I want to read the rest of this whole thing though. Like, because what she said in the anime mainly, I read part of it, but she mainly, Nino mainly said in the anime, that she's basically suffocating and that she feels like she needs to scream. What she said is, in the manga, she said, besides the other shit that I said, she said, it hurts, it's so hard to breathe. Or no, I'm sorry, my chest is, an uncomfortableness. It's so hard to breathe, it hurts. If I scream into the ocean, and then she's about to scream, and then there's my little baby Yuzu. There's my baby Yuzu. I love Yuzu so much. I love him. Okay, anime? When Yuzu is drinking his huge thing of milk, he's supposed to be winking. Why isn't he winking and blushing like he's supposed to? I want to know. Like, this has just been a thing that's been bothering me with a lot of animes, is facial expressions. I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna mention it now. Facial expressions have been a problem in anime lately, and Yuzu's supposed to be winking right now. He is, and he's supposed to be blushing. You can look at, hold on, let me just double check. Yes, there's like a little blush going on. He's adorable, and it is, and he's winking, and he's so cute, and he's not, and I want to know why. And his hand is supposed to be like near the top of the milk carton, and it's really, really annoying as fuck, and I would like to know why. It's not fair. Okay, the other thing I gotta mention, because something that a lot of anime has been doing is the comedic facial expressions and shit that's in the manga has been taken out, and this is another one. And I think it's funny because in the previous episode, when the long eyelashes were mentioned, the facial expression, the comedic facial expression, was there for Yuzu and Nino, but it wasn't here, and it's like, ugh. Because it's like, if you look at the manga, it is so goddamn adorable on them when they're kids. It's like, ah. Oh, and before the musical score that we're supposed to see, there's supposed to be a cat. Yeah, like in the previous panel, a couple panels before, it goes meow, and then Nino's like, that's a very cute cat, and then Yuzu gets annoyed, and he's like, under your feet, listen properly when people are talking, look, and then you see the score that was so hard to make was messed up by your feet, and it's not fair that we didn't get to see the cute little kitty. It's not fair. Also, this was skipped to boot. Was when after Nino let go of the cat, she said, this was written by you? And then Yuzu is still all annoyed and cute, and he said, yep, how do you plan on making it up to me? And then it goes back to the anime goes back to the manga canon. Oh, another thing that's skipped that's kind of important is that don't just say that Yuzu said. His dialogue got cut on this part. He says, don't just say random things you can't even read. And then Nino says, I can read it. I learned piano before. And Yuzu says, you don't look like you can read it. And then Yuzu says, really, that's enough. I'm leaving. And then Nino begins to sing, and her inner monologue says, right here, right now, I want to sing to Momo. My breathing became easier. And I'm just like thinking, why are you cutting this out? Because like, this is kind of important, because how is Yuzu supposed to know that Nino can read music? Just saying. At least she said that, the stuff about Momo, I'm so glad that we do have the comedic faces. We have the comedic faces! Thank God! Thank God! And thank God that Yuzu said that he found his voice, and I'm so fucking happy, and Yuzu looks so adorable, and so does Nino. Like, this is what I was hoping for earlier. Like, where the fuck was this earlier, anime? Shit. Also, this part was cut, and this is one of the most important parts of this backstory to the Yuzu Nino portions of the backstory, because he gave her. Because Yuzu always gave Alice a scarf every time they met up. He said, are you stupid? Isn't your neck cold like that? You have to wrap it up like this. I really don't know what to do with you. And I'm just happy we have the comedic faces, but still. And then he introduces himself with my name is Yuzu. And then he goes, I'm going to write more of this song, so you must come. And I'm just like, anime, you were like, my God, like, why are you butchering this? The Yuzu stuff, like, you were, the scarf is so goddamn important. I'm sorry, the scarf is important, at least to me it is. Especially to this backstory, because he always gives her a scarf. And I think the scarf actually comes back later in the manga as well. I wish you would have... Okay, like, the thing that kind of bothered me, even though they kept the Momo, the Momo stuff that Nino was thinking of, was I really wish they would have had the Nino comedic face. Like the excited Nino comedic face, because it's so adorable in the manga, and this is what Nino was saying, and I wish that we would have done this. But this is what she was thinking. That's right. As long as I keep on singing loudly like this, there might be a day where I might be able to see Momo again. And the anime could have had like this beautiful like background, and while she was getting all excited and like this really funny ass face. But no, you didn't do that. But and then and then the other thing that was skipped was Wednesday. Hurry, make it Wednesday already. Hurry. And then that's great. He's here. Yeah. Anime, quit being bipolar on the inner monologues. I swear to God, I'm tired of this shit. I'm so tired of this shit. Okay, this whole dialogue just is so fucking... It's just so fucked up. It just is so fucked up. Like, first of all, they don't even mention what grade they're in. They just don't. I want to say, like, the first part of it... Or no, they do mention the grade. But, no, they do mention the grade. I'm sorry. They, like, and school and shit like that. I'm sorry. I missed that part. But, they... Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm trying to look at my notes real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, they just did it out of order. That's all. I'm sorry, I totally read my notes wrong. They did the dialogue out of order. That's why I was getting annoyed. But, for a second. But no, the thing that was skipped that really annoyed me, is the scarf. Again, the scarf gets skipped. Which was, hold on a second. Here it is. You're letting your neck get cold again. Thankfully, I brought a scarf. Really, I don't know what to do with you. And then it goes into the stuff about the school. I don't understand why they're not mentioning the scarf. Hold on a second. Let me just check the rest of my notes. Oh yeah, this part, now I found what I was gonna say. This part of the dialogue was skipped as well, when Nino said, asked Yuzu, why are you always drinking milk? And Nino said, there's no particular reason. And then Nino says, is it because you want to grow taller? And then Yuzu said, I've never considered that before. And then Nino said, your eyelashes are very long today too, Yuzu-kun. And then it goes into the stuff about the scarf, and then about the school, the stuff about school. And then this was skipped as well. Nino says, say, where's the rest of that song? And Yuzu says, look, the next part. And then Nino says, wow, if you can read it, then try singing it, Alice. I waited a week for you. Hold on a second. The last part of Nino's inner monologue was skipped while she was singing, which was, Momo, can you hear it? Did it reach you? And this part of her dialogue was skipped with Yuzu, which was, really, it's too wonderful. It's like being in a fantasy land. So this part of the dialogue with Yuzu and Alice was cut, but I gotta say, like, I will say this. I would say there was more dialogue with Momo and Nino cut than with Nino and Yuzu cut. But like, I think the thing that just frustrated me the most between the two was that there was no scarf. The scarf is like it's just a huge thing. Because, you know, Nino just doesn't always wear a scarf. But this was also skipped with Yuzu ecstatic, and he says, you're getting more and more amazing, Alice. No, you are, Yuzu. The song's phrases are getting longer. Aren't we amazing? After meeting you, I feel melodies overflowing in my head, which is really important because, as we saw in episode 1, Yuzu just started getting very inspirational when he reunited with Nino. So that's why I'm like, why did you not include this? If we continue like this, we can meet Momo, right? Because Yuzu's songs are very outstanding. Huh? How come Yuzu's voice, making me blush? Different, sorry, let me, is different from usual. Was it just my imagination? Okay, let's, make a band called, Yuzu when we grow up. Let me have a drink of milk. Listen to me. And then, we get back to the manga canon, and I'm glad that, it's mentioning what's going on with, Momo's, family. It's crazy when with with their debt, and I mentioned that earlier in this video what happened to them, that they got into a lot of debt, and we'll find out later what hopefully we're going to see it later in the this season of the anime. If not, we'll see if there's a season 2. We'll find out in season 2 of the anime what Momo had to do and how much of a scumbag his mom is. His mom is a total scumbag. And when they were talking about Momo's family, this was skipped, which there was a couple of things. One was I saw it on TV before, and the other thing was, if it's like that, doesn't it mean they can't ever come back? Yeah, that was skipped too. Okay, there's a couple of things that were skipped, and then I'm probably gonna cry. Where was it? Shit. First of all, the letter was basically perfect. Please take care of the letter from Momo. And the inner monologue was cut. Nino's inner monologue was cut. No matter how loudly I sing is not enough. Even with this much, that was cut. And then she's crying, and Yuzo's there, and he's comforting her. And then Yuzu is singing, and I'm like, when Yuzu is singing and holding Alice, like, I was crying, because it was so sweet. I'm like, just thinking about it, like, it is making me cry. It was like, just hearing him sing, and even though it's different wording in the anime, and he says, I will turn to foam instead of I will turn to bubble, instead of I will turn into bubbles. It's just like, oh my god, like, oh, the feels, man. Oh my god, like, now you guys understand why I am Team Yuzu. Like, oh my god, like, how the anime did this scene, just it's just redeeming this backstory for me. It really, really is. It really, really is. Oh my god, the Yuzu Nino scene, like, how when he was cheering her up was, oh my god, it was almost freaking perfect. It was almost goddamn perfect. Especially when he, like, left the mark on her neck, and that freaking face was, like, just so adorable. Oh my god, I fucking love Yuzu. I am hashtag Team Yuzu. I am Team Yuzu. Fuck you, Momo. Like, I'm sorry, Momo. I am Team Yuzu all the way. But there was one thing, there was some shit skipped, and it's not fair, and I don't like it. So, like, this part, it was just, okay, this is the part that was skipped. Like, everything up until, left a mark on your neck was fucking perfect in this scene. But this is the part that was skipped. You were so shocked you stopped crying, right? You should go home early today. It's all right. Without noticing, the feelings that I have hidden in my voice and my screams have turned into a song and exploded. Cough. What the? Momo's a boy. Humph. We were too inexperienced. I liked Momo. Sing with the belief you'll meet again. You two will definitely meet again. Is that true? Even if I sing like my life depends on it, there's still no way for us two to meet again. And that was cut. And I was just like... Well, some of it was there. I'm not gonna lie. Some of it was there, but... I'm just starting to get annoyed. Like, some of the adorable stuff was cut. And, of course, the inner monologues are now getting cut. And it is not, and this anime is now being bipolar. Specifically, oh my god, Nino, where she's like, what? What is this weird drawing? It's talking about Yuzu. Hold on a second. Let me just double check my notes for something real quick. And this part of the dialogue was skipped. Which was, I'm not a baldy, so his name's Yuzu. Even his name is like a girl's. Then Nino says, you are a baldy, and don't make fun of him. If you're going to such an extent, then sing. Try singing it here, right now. Sing with the belief you'll meet again. Huh? I can't stop. My body, my mouth, are both trembling. I can't move. Yeah, yeah, the shit that you put in this anime was complete crap. This was really fucking stupid, what you put in this fight. Scratch that, the fight was actually pretty decent. It's just the, you cut Nino's portion of the fight, in regards to calling him a baldy, and I wish they would have kept the part about, you know, Yuzu sounding like a girl's name. I just wish that was there. Why'd you cut that portion of the fight? That's not fair. And then this part is quiet, or, not quiet. This part is, cut too. What's going on? It's so quiet. Nothing is going on. All right, stand up. Alice, salute, Yuzu. And then it goes into the Yuzu, I'm sorry. And then, you know, the HUD today is Wednesday. Why? How come? Why aren't you here, Yuzu? This part was cut too. Which was, recently, Arisugawa is always late and leaves early. I wonder if it's my fault. Who cares? That kind of person, who cares if she's not here. Hey, Baldy-kun. Whoa, I'm not a baldy. And then she says that that she will sing. Oh yeah, and there was something else in the inner monologue before this scene that was cut here too. There's no way I can turn a deaf ear to your voice. Yuzu, I want to see you, no matter how. That was cut as well. I wanted to make sure. And I covered that. And then when she starts singing, she says, so Yuzu, find me again. Hold on a second. Let me make sure that I'm right on this last part here. So something that needs to be acknowledged here is that in the anime it says that she's, you know, Nino is saying that she's singing to reach for Yuzu and Momo. No, she's not. At this point in the manga, she's trying to find, her voice is trying to reach Yuzu. Not Momo right now. It's only Yuzu. And also all this dialogue was, she says right here, so Yuzu, find me again. Let it reach Yuzu. Oh yeah, never mind. It's sorry, cancel that. It says let it reach Yuzu and Momo. Let it reach them. And then yeah, it's there. I'm sorry. The dialogue that was cut though was, what the, who's singing? Where? Huh? It's Class A, just around the corner. Oh, what was that? God, even I got goosebumps. I feel like I'm in some strange land, like I'm floating. She's amazing. And then she says, Yuzu, did you hear it? And then we get to the goodbye Alice, and oh my god, this is so sad. This is so sad. I gotta say, the end of the backstory itself was beautiful. I wish it would have ended. I wish this episode would have ended right here. This is how the episode should have ended. It should have ended right here, to be quite honest. I am very annoyed that it didn't end right here. It's very, very annoying. And also, there should have been a thank you, Yuzu. I'm very annoyed that it didn't. This episode didn't end here. Like, I felt like that there's just this episode, there's just so much content that was cut that could have, you know, given the episode, you know, the 20, you know, the extra, because the backstory ends at about like 18 minutes, and including the end credits and the opening song, it's about like 23 minutes and 52 seconds. Fuck, we could have gotten to like, we could have had like an extra like, I would say we could have gotten to like the 22-minute mark with and had everything that was in this chapter for the backstory. I would have been very happy with that. I just don't understand it. Like this episode here, it gives me a reason to hate anime. Like, there was some shit here that I really did love. I'm not gonna lie. I loved a lot of the Yuzu Nino stuff. The Yuzu Nino stuff was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. I think my favorite part was when, I think the best part of this episode was when Yuzu was comforting Nino. I think that was my favorite part of this episode, when Yuzu was comforting Nino. It was just so cute, especially when he left the mark on her neck. I thought that was so cute. But like, there was just so many things that are so important in the chapter that come up later, and it reminds me of book to movie adaptations, and a good example is of like the Harry Potter, for example. Reason why I'm going to bring up Harry Potter before I finish this review, I have to do it, is because something that J.K. Rowling does is through like little things throughout all 6 books end up coming back in book 7, aka the Deathly Hallows, and the same thing happens with Fukumenkei Noise, is that things from this particular backstory come back throughout this manga, and that's why like I'm being very critical right now on this backstory, because a lot of the little things in here, like the scarf, like a lot of the shit, like the little things that Yuzu does, like the little things that Momo does, and like the parent, the little things with the parent, the marital problems with that fucking Nino's parents have. Like, it's just those little things. It comes back, and it's just very frustrating that that we don't have. It's just very, very annoying, and I really can't stand it. That when the anime just fucks it up, I fucking can't stand it. The last portion of this episode, and I don't understand why it's doing this, and it's really kind of ticking me off, and it doesn't make any fucking sense, is why the fuck are you jumping to chapter 5 when you really should be going back to chapter 4 when hold on, let me just make sure I'm right here, when Momo is meeting Yuzu. Like, you could have transitioned to that and it would have been nice. Like, I just don't get it. because that's where it like was. I think that's where it was going at the end of last episode. So I don't understand what the fuck you're doing, anime. This episode now is starting to piss me off. Oh my god. You know what? I got to change my mind on this. I can kind of understand why it jumped to the chapter to chapter 5, based on what they did with the first episode. I kind of understand it, but at the same time, I really wish they would have had the confrontation within chapter 4, because remember, if you've read the manga, shit. What was I gonna say? Yuzu and Momo met in chapter 4. So it's kind of like I hope they show it next week, but it could, because if they skip all that content, then that's really fucked up. Anyway, I'm kind of curious what... Oh, no. They actually did... I'm sorry. They showed that... I think they did show that last week. I'm sorry. I don't know why I forgot they showed that last week. Fuck, I'm stupid. They did show that shit last week. I can't believe I almost forgot they showed that last week. I'm curious what you nerdigans thought about this episode. Like, I'm kind of annoyed at this episode. Like, I really just wanted this episode to be the backstory, in all honesty. Like, I really, really wanted it to be the backstory, but, like, for what it was okay. I understand why, like, considering for what it was alright, but I did not like all the stuff they cut, because they did cut a lot of, like, little details. Like the fact that Alice could read music and shit like that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. Expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter, follow my Twitch channel, and friend me on PlayStation Network. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure, and until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!